crystal pyramid discovered in the Bermuda Triangle. According to David, the child from Enua, the Bermuda Triangle anomalies were created by a massive submerged crystal dating back to the Atlantean times. If this story is proved correct, then it adds more veracity to David's claims. This is evidence of crystal structures being used in this area a long time ago, or maybe the apparent pyramid could actually be the tip of a crystal sticking out of the ocean's floor. Here is the story, just as I found it. The Bermuda Triangle, mysterious, unworldly, sometimes deadly. For decades, intrepid researchers delved into the maze of mysteries hidden deep within this most enigmatic place on Earth. Some speculate the bizarre time anomalies, disappearances and weird phenomena can be explained by natural occurrences. Others are insistent that relics of an advanced, unknown culture left behind fantastic technology. Great energy machines that literally warp space-time and open portals to other realities. Now American and French explorers have made a monumental discovery, a partially translucent, crystal-like pyramid rising from the Caribbean Sea. Its origin, age and purpose completely unknown. These strange underwater pyramid structures at a depth of 2,000 meters were identified with the help of a sonar, according to oceanographer Dr. Volagmeyer. Studies of other structures like Yonaguni in modern-day Japan have allowed scientists to determine that the two giant pyramids, apparently made of something much like a thick glass, are really impressive. Each of them is larger than the Pyramid of Cheops in Egypt. Recently, American and French scientists, as well as other countries that are conducting surveys in areas of the seabed of the Bermuda Triangle, claim to have found a pyramid standing upright on the seabed that has never been discovered. The length of the base of this pyramid reached 300 meters, 200 meters height, and distance from base to the tip of the pyramid is about 100 meters above the sea floor. Preliminary results show this structure to be made of glass or a glass-like, crystal material, as it is entirely smooth and partially translucent. When talking about size, this newly rediscovered pyramid is larger in scale than the pyramids of ancient Egypt. On top of the pyramid there are two very large holes. Seawater at high speed moved through the second hole, and therefore the raging waves roll by, forming a giant vortex that makes the waters around this cause massive surge waves and mist on the sea surface. This new discovery makes scientists wonder if this is having an effect on passing boats and planes and could be the reason for all the mystery surrounding the area. The sunken city of Cuba officials continue to ignore it because it's out of time and out of place. These strange underwater geometric shapes at a depth of 2,000 meters were identified with the help of sonar. Studies of other structures like Yonaguni in modern-day Japan have allowed scientists to determine that the two giant pyramidal structures are really impressive. Each of them is larger than the Pyramid of Cheops in Egypt. Recently, American and French scientists, as well as other countries that are conducting surveys in areas of the seabed of the Bermuda Triangle, claim to have found a pyramid standing upright on the seabed that has never been discovered. The length of the base of this pyramid reached 300 meters, 200 meters height, and distance from base to the tip of the pyramid is about 100 meters above the sea floor. When talking about size, this newly rediscovered pyramid is larger in scale than the pyramids of ancient Egypt. On top of the pyramid there are two very large holes. Seawater at high speed moved through the second hole, and therefore the raging waves roll by, forming a giant vortex that makes the waters around this cause massive surge waves and mist on the sea surface. This new discovery makes scientists wonder if this is having an effect on passing boats and planes and could be the reason for all the mystery surrounding the area. Built on land lost during last pole shift? There are several Western scholars who argue that the pyramid on the seabed may have been initially made on the mainland, after which a devastating earthquake struck and changed the landscape completely. Other scientists argue that a few hundred years ago the waters of the Bermuda Triangle area may have as one of the cornerstone activities of the people of Atlantis, and pyramids on the sea floor may be a supply warehouse for them. A more detailed study over time will give results that are difficult to imagine. Scientists have processed all of the data and concluded that the surface is perfectly smooth for it to look like glass or ice. The size of the pyramids are nearly 3 times the size of the pyramids of Cheops. This news was sensational and was discussed at a conference in Florida and even reported to local Florida newspapers. The journalists present in it have a lot of pictures and high-resolution computerized data, which show 3-dimensional pyramids perfectly smooth, without being covered with a surface free of debris or algae or cracks. There is also a suspicion that the Bermuda Triangle and the area where this pyramid was supposedly located may be some sort of holy grounds that is being protected by the fabled Atlanteans, that whatever crosses over the location is considered an offering. Others hypothesize that the pyramid can attract and collect cosmic rays from the so-called energy field or quantum vacuum, and that this may have been used as an Atlantean power plant, or whoever was around at the time. With the mystery still surrounding the Egyptian pyramids and the fact that the pyramidal structures seems to be found in almost all ancient cultures, it's going to be hard to tell for certain the origin of this structure or if it truly exists. True or false? It doesn't sound too real to me, said Calvin Jones of the Florida State Division of Historical Resources. I'm always open-minded because we're always learning new things. But the idea of a pyramid structure, let alone one made of glass, under more than 10 feet of water, the chances are about 1 in a million. Jones said if it is a genuine archaeological find, the pyramid would have to have been built between 10,000 before Christ and 6,000 before Christ, when the continental shelf was not covered by water, said Chisholm. Florida archaeologists agree with him on the time span, but disagree with many other of his group's claims. Florida State University anthropologist Glendron professor said the earliest Near East pyramids are dated to about 4000 before Christ, and all New World pyramids are dated after 1 Anno Domini. So any such structure off the coast of Florida would be at least 2,000 years older than all other known pyramids. Other underwater pyramids are found. In 1977, a mysterious discovery was made on the floor of the Atlantic concerning an unknown technology. A 650-foot pyramid was mysteriously lit up, with sparkling white water surrounding it that turned deep green, a shocking contrast to the dark black waters at that depth. The discovery was photographed by Isle Marshall's expedition off Cape Sal. Another huge pyramid, in 10,000 feet of Atlantic water, was reported to have been found with a pulsating crystal on top of it by Tony Bennett's expedition. The group also found an opaque crystal tablet there, and reported that when a light was beamed through it, mysterious inscriptions became visible. More underwater pyramids were found off Central America, Yucatan, and Louisiana, where domes were found in the Straits of Florida. A marble Greek-style building was found between Florida and Cuba. And what about the column that radiated energy Dr. Zink found in the Bahamas? And Zink also brought up other artifacts from his dives over Atlantis, and he was interviewed by Mind International agent Steve Forsberg. Other pyramids have been explored by a Dr. Ray Brown on the seafloor off the Bahamas in 1970. Brown was accompanied by 4 divers who also found roads, domes, rectangular buildings, unidentified metallic instruments, and a statue holding a mysterious crystal containing miniature pyramids. The metal devices and crystals were taken to Florida for analysis at a university there. What was discovered was that the crystal amplified energy that passed through it. Perhaps this is the reason for the glass-like pyramid. Dr. Ray Brown's crystal sphere. In 1970, Dr. Ray Brown, a naturopathic practitioner from Mesa, Arizona, went scuba diving with some friends near the Bari Islands in the Bahamas, close to a popular area known as the Tongue of the Ocean. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.